All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. We have a full house, and this is the eBay research demonstration. Look it up before you list it. I think it's really important to look items up before you list them on eBay. It's not like back in the day, I could put a Beanie Baby on and make $1,000. I wish those days were still here, but it's just like with the current market value on houses and collectibles and all these sorts of things. And that's why research is so important, because we have to go by the current market value. So just, now my cursor, there we go. For those that don't know me, my name is Danna Crawford. I'm also known as Power Selling Mom. I'm also an authorized local expert with Constant Contact. I've been using their service since 2006. And before that, I became a certified business consultant trained by eBay after being on the site since 1997. Yes, I'm old. I've been an eBay seller for like 20 years now. And with my experience of teaching eBay workshops and classes in partnership with the United States Postal Service here in Ocala, Florida, and Gainesville, Constant Contact actually started me to go through their certification program, and now I do webinars and local workshops on the topic of social media and email marketing and eBay. So next I became the development director for our local food bank after a meeting with the board while I was teaching them about how to raise funds using the power of eBay for charity and also to collect donations using email marketing. And the next thing you know, they offered me a position that I couldn't resist since I'm passionate about the cause of feeding America, and our food bank is part of that network. So those are the hats that I wear: Constant Contact, eBay, and the food bank. Those are my three passions, and I love being involved with all of this blend of things because they all complement each other. And I only get involved in things that I love. So as you can see, also you can find me on all of the social media channels with my name, Danna Crawford. However, on Facebook, I have the number 1 after my name, Danna Crawford. All right, so that's enough about me. Let's talk about getting busy, being successful on eBay. So this is a little bit of the agenda. I'm going to go into marketplace research, why we research, how to research. I'm going to share ways that I use to research that I know are successful for me. And then I'm going to go live, and that's what is going to get interesting. I'm going to go live into the internet, and we're going to explore different ways to research. And then I'll share with you some subscriptions to the sites that I'm going to use, and then also we'll open it up to Q&A. So let's dig right in. Now, knowing how to sell is one thing. Learning how to make money on eBay is entirely a different story. So wait, what? You mean I can sell on eBay but can't make money? Well, yeah, absolutely. As an eBay selling consultant, I see this happen every day. Listing items on eBay does not guarantee they will sell, nor does it promise the making of a profit. If you want to learn how to make money on eBay, you must first understand how to conduct eBay marketplace research. So the good news is eBay research is fun and it's easy, especially when using these great tools that I'm about to share. But first, I want to point out that research should actually begin before you buy, which means you should research items before you buy the items to list and sell on eBay, especially if you want to make a profit. So research will actually begin before you buy the item. Next, after you've done the research and know that you will make a profit, then you will need to research again before you list the item on eBay. So it's funny, I just noticed I pulled my graphic off a clip art photo from my PowerPoint. I see it's got a stock photo logo on that. So I apologized. I did not see that. All right. Now first, research styles. Now I'm going to explore all of these types of styles. So we're going to explore researching items directly on eBay, and I'm going to go into examples of using advanced search and the difference between completed listings versus sold listings. And I'm also going to go into my Terapeak account and share with you how I use Terapeak, and also into my WorthPoint account, because I can't survive my business without either one, and I'm going to share all of that. And then also Google is another type of way to research, and Google Images is also another powerful tool that you can use if needed. So let's dig right in. And I can't wait to show, drum roll please, my friend Bruce sent me a pair of his well, he didn't send me his shoes, but he sent me a photograph. I have to say, Bruce, I was tickled pink to see these in my inbox, because I was trying to set up the day for graphics, and I thought, oh, there it is. Nothing like receiving graphics in your inbox. So I've decided to start with these lovely Doc Martens shoes. Bruce emailed me a photo, so thank you so much, Bruce, for making this demo much easier on me, because now I have these shoes in front of the screen. So let's start by seeing if we can find them on eBay. We'll start with only a few of the keywords. Now notice he sent me this title, and he worded it like it shows: Doc, M-A-R-T-I-N, airwear, leather, and then he has the item, which I'm assuming is the numbers inside the shoes, and they're black and white, and they're called Wingtip, Oxford, US, size 10. So those are all awesome words, I must say, but you're going to be surprised what I'll discover here. So when we get started, we're going to take a few of those words. So we're going to start with Doc Marten Airwear. I'm not going to do a search for all of those words, because the problem that a lot of people make is they will start their research and they'll use too many words. And too many words will limit your search and your research efforts. So we're going to start now and go right to a live demo. I actually made this a hot link, so all I have to do is click it. But before I go, let's see, let's click it and see what happens. All right, it's going to take me right into eBay. Actually, I don't want to use this. I'm going to go, let me escape. I'm going to go right here. Oops, nope, I'm going to go right here. All right, I have it ready. So I'm going to go ahead and type in Doc, M-A-R-T-I-N, A-R-A-I-R-W-A-I-R. And we're going to start by looking at the current listings on eBay. So if I click search, it's going to show me all of the current listings on eBay. And guess what? The first thing that we notice is the misspelling. So hello, Bruce. We have to look at how these are spelled. So it's M-A-R-T-E-N. So for the Doc Marten, M-A-R-T-I-N, only 4 results. So only 4 people did not spell that properly. So that's okay. And what I like to do is when I discover things like this, I will actually add the misspelling to my title, because it'll increase my odds a little bit more. So notice that there were 583 items that were spelled the other way. So I'm going to click on, did you mean? Yes, I did mean that. So it's going to turn it that way. Now I've actually been shopping on eBay, and when I shop on eBay, I always adjust this sort bar to the right to lowest price first. So it's kind of like my default. But today I'm going to switch it to highest price first. And now we can start scrolling down. Oh, aren't those lovely? Those are those are floral ladies flower leather boots. She has the word ladies in there, and I'm surprised because the most common word is women's. I wouldn't list them that way, but that's okay. So we're going to scroll down. We got combat boots, so we can see all of these types. So let me go back. Now I'm going to switch it again to lowest price first. So the highest price Doc Martens are $299.99, and the lowest price are an auction. But I'm going to switch this back up to a buy it now. I don't want to look at auctions right now, and I want to see what people have them listed for. And so we're going into sandals. There's an old pair of boots for $21. Sandals. And so as I do this, I like to just like educate myself a little bit on the brand, on what's available, what kind of styles there are. And so it's just kind of a quick little education that helps me when I'm going thrifting or going shopping to kind of keep a watch for these types of things. So that's the first step. Now the next step is that I'm going to go to the right and I'm going to click on Advanced, and we're going to go to Completed Listings, and you'll see the difference. There's sold and there's completed. So if let's see, why can't I click that? Okay. So I know a lot of people say, oh, I never look at completed, I only look at sold. Now here's the difference. I will look at sold if I'm at a thrift store or I'm out shopping and my time is limited and I only want to be very serious about what I'm buying, that I only look at sold. So if that's the case, I would quickly then be able to make a decision if I want to buy this item from the thrift store and how much I want to pay for the item. So I can quickly scroll and say, okay, let's see. I'm going to go back up and I'm going to switch this to highest price first. I don't want to look through all of them. And now I'm going to take a look at the ones that sold for the most money. So if it's in green, or depending how you view it, I'm on a laptop, it's in green, or if it's in black or red, it did not sell. So the prices are green. That's how much they sold for. And if there's a slash through it, it means that they were asking an amount and they accepted an offer. So I wish I had a truckload of these because they sold for $199.99. And these were Doc Martens women. And then they've got all of the keywords in there. And they've got dark. And this is how I love it. They've got Dr. DR, and they've got Doc, D-O-C, and they've got Martens with an S, and they've got Martin without an S. So that's interesting. So do you understand that I'm actually educating myself? I'm educating myself to see what kind of keywords worked for the most successful listings so that I can use these in my listings and get more ideas. So that's why I enjoy very much looking up listings like this so I can educate myself every day. So here is black Doc Marten Airwear 8i. I don't know what that means. Oh, must be, I don't know if that's a keyword that's needed, 8i, but that's okay. He couldn't think of anything else and it worked out. He sold them. These were $149. Okay, so now let's add wingtip. No, let's add Oxford. So now I can try adding some more words to see if I can narrow it down. Oops. All right. So these sold for 0 results for Doc Marten Airwalk. Oh, Oxford. I got to learn how to spell too. Well, luckily nobody said fard, so we'll see. Okay, so 78 results, and those are very comparable to Bruce's shoes. Let's click on those. They were asking $89.95, and now we can click on the photo. Ooh, and there's a pair that's on there now for $40. And oh, these are more like brown. We can take a quick look. There's those words. Leather upper, air cushion, man-made soles, Dr. So it's DR period MARTENS. And they're official, England. There's the size. These are great photos. Great photos. There's the soles. Very good. Okay, so they were asking $89, but they took a different price. And when we search on eBay like this, we actually don't know what they sold for. So now that I know that these words are a little more common, let me go back up. And I'm going to go ahead and copy these words. And now I'm going to go to my Terapeak account. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. And don't worry, I'm going to share a lot more information with you in the end about this. Let's see, research, product research. And then I'm going to go ahead and type in Doc Marten Airwear Oxford. Search. And I am adjusting my search, whoops, to a 90-day period. Apply. All right, so let me search that again. Okay, so the first thing I pay attention to is the shipping average, or excuse me, the percentage. You know what? The page just changed. What is different here? Okay, so now we can look and we can adjust drop downs if we want to, refurbish, but I'm not going to change any of those. I'm going to leave it all the same because I just want to look at the bottom line of items sold. I can't believe that that's been in a 90-day period, to be honest with you. Huh. All right, if you say so. So they're saying 12. So the first thing we look at is the number of sales, the total sales. So we're going to adjust this so that there we go. Now we're talking. Now we're looking at the highest price one. So $59, and it was fixed price format. So they were asking $59, and that's what they got. And then it goes down to, on this row, we can see the item price. And then on this row, we can see the sale price. So this is why I love it, because we can see actually if anybody accepted an offer and what kind of price they accepted. So it'll let us narrow that down. And I'm shocked that there are not more on there. So let me take out the word Oxford. I know Terapeak is updating things right now, so I'm wondering if it's not still in update mode. Okay, here we go. Items sold, $199 like we saw on eBay. And then we've got $149. Now I'm loving these prices. Very cool prices. And all right, so now these, let's see. $99.99. Okay, so the thing that we pay attention to is fixed price. Now, if you see fixed price and then you see store fixed price, so then we know if they had a store or not. And then this one had an auction. I personally love auctions. And this person was really successful with an auction. They had 27 bids. And let's go take a look. So when we click on it, we can actually go in and click on their bids, and then we can take a look at what they started at. So they started their auction at $49.99. And how many days? So in a 10-day auction. That's really good. So they did a good job. I'm happy with their listing, and I'm going to go ahead and look at what words they use. So see how they use the word woman's? That's a little more common than ladies. And then they've got Dr., Dr., period, Martins, Miranda. So they actually got the brand name of it. They got the word leather. And of course ours aren't boots, but I like the fact that they have these important words in there. So we still haven't found our exact ones, but if I had a pair of these, I would probably start with, let me go back down and see if there's any more. Oh, see how low those went? Let's go take a quick look and see why they sold for so low. There's a pair up there for $25. Pre-owned. They have not been worn much and have a lot of life. Please see the photos for more information, and as always, please feel free to ask any questions. Okay. Let's see. They've got $13.20 shipping. They've got them under formal dress shoes. So there's another clue. Which category have people put these in? So let's go back up to these other ones that sold for a little more. And they have those under men's shoes casual. So they don't have those under dress shoes. So if this were me and I was selling these, I would click right on sell one like this. And then I would work on the title. So we got Doc, Martens, black, white, wingtip, Oxford. Now wingtip is also 2 words, so that's interesting. And then we got Oxford, shoe, size, the word size, made in England, that's not necessary. So I would get out made. I know this isn't really a title thing, but, or a title workshop, but I just thought I'd do it while I'm here. And then I would add M-A-R-T-I-N, Martin. And what I've learned is, if possible, I would add a hyphen and then an S. And what I've learned that when you do that, it shows up both ways. So it'll show up in search under Martin, and it'll also show up under Martins when you add that hyphen. But if you don't, if you just have it like that, it doesn't show up in both searches. That was something I learned on my own. Okay, so this is how I would judge if I was wanting to, if I was somewhere and I was wanting to buy those shoes. So I would for sure buy them. And then what I do is I click right on sell one like this. So then it's in my inventory and it's ready to go, even though I'm not going to list it right now. But that will save me time for later. So I'm just going to go straight down and I'm going to click on save and continue later so that it's already started in my database while it's fresh on my brain. All right, so next, another way is to, now that I'm, or if I say, okay, I'm home now, it's like days later or whatever, and I now have a chance to list them. Now I'm going to go to completed listings, and I'm going to go ahead and search because now I'm ready to list it. And the reason I go to completed listings when I'm doing my listings is because this type of research, I want to learn from the things that people did wrong. So I like to take a look at both. So we've got lowest price first, and I'm going to switch it to highest first. All right, so right up, they're asking $119.98, and they did not sell them. They're in black. That didn't work out for them. They've got high shipping, $10.66. So that's kind of high on top of the high asking price. But you got to give them credit. I call that take it out for a spin. They took it out for a spin. It didn't work out, but that's okay. So they know that they need to try something else. So the next pair accepted a best offer. They were asking $65. Wow, those are blue. Those are some blue shoes. So, nobody wanted those. Doc Martens Air. Oh, they're purple. Gosh, they look blue to me. No wonder. Who wants purple shoes? I don't. All right, Doc Martens Oxford. Let's see. There's our shoes that we were looking at. All right. So they go on down in price. So for me, I think that, now here's a guy that had some at $49, but they were all buy it now, best offer, buy it now, best offer. Now, just from doing my Terapeak search, these these buy it nows were all on new ones, and they were on boots. Well, these are kind of low boots, but they're all still boots. Now, the ones that went for the most, no, they didn't go for the most, but they still had great success, was an auction. And personally, if I had these, that is how I would list them based on the research that I just did. I would do exactly what that one seller did. I would start them on an auction for 10 days and start it at $49.99. Worst case scenario, they'll sell for $49.99 at the end of 10 days. But I would still take it out for a spin, and I would adjust my keywords in my title. Now, this type of item, I actually wouldn't use, I wouldn't go to WorthPoint and look it up, because WorthPoint is the largest resource for identifying, researching, and valuing antiques, art, and vintage collectibles. So in my opinion, it's not worthy to take a pair of shoes over to WorthPoint. So I wouldn't even bother with that. So you might want to keep that in mind too. So just to give you an example, I had someone, I just sold these about an hour ago, and these I bought at the hospice thrift store for $1. And when I actually didn't even research them. I just grabbed them because in my experience, saddle shoes have always sold really well. And so I just grabbed them. And then when I got home, I went to completed listings and I started taking a look at all of the ways that I could use this title and with keywords. So anyhow, I did get, wait, let me see. I had 22 bids. These ended about an hour ago. And I started my listing at 99 cents. And then I rolled the dice, and they closed at $35. So I was pretty happy with that. So that's why, oh, and then the other thing is you pay attention. In women's shoes, there's actually a place for flats and Oxfords. Now, I did do my research, and I decided to go with that category because it was the most successful category for that type of shoe. So that's another thing that you want to pay attention to when you're researching items on eBay. Okay, so Bruce, I hope I was able to answer your questions to help you with that listing on your shoes. If you have any other questions on those, wow, thanks. We've got more people joined us. If you got any more questions on those, feel free to put them in the box and I'll do my best to answer them. Okay, so moving along, let me take a look at what some other people have posted. All right. Come on. Let's see. So everybody, let's see, someone posted Nixon watches. I'm not sure what that is. I've actually I've not heard of that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in. Nixon watch. I've actually never heard of that. Okay, looks like I need to watch for these watches. All right, let's take a look at the Nixon watches. See, I love research. It's like you learn so much all the time. It's open to, always open for new avenues of learning. Okay, so here we go. The first Nixon watch. It's a lefty. Item number, or it sold for 1,136. So the first thing we noticed, there were 12,211 sold. The average price is 104, and then the total sales. Let me see if I'm in the right research. Oh, I like the older research. Sorry, let's start over. They just added a new way to search. I didn't even see that. Okay, let's see. How many sales do I have? You mean today? I think I just have one sale today. But I have a couple items to ship that I had over the weekend. All right, let's see. Whoops. All right, now we can see. Now here's what I do. So when I log in, the first thing I pay attention to when I'm researching is the sell-through rate. So it's off to the right here at the top, and you can see my cursor. It says 40% sell-through rate. That's pretty darn good. So if I'm out and about and I run into a Nixon watch and I see that the sell-through rate is good, I probably would grab it and then finish researching it when I get home to list it. So I would know that this is a sure sale. So Nixon watches are looking really good. They have a good sell-through rate. Whoops. Oh, since selling on eBay? Gosh, I don't know. I never really looked at that. But I'd be happy to look at that when we're done, and I'll send you that answer. All right, so if you click on any of these when you're doing your research, so now we can see which ones were auctions, which ones were buy it nows. If it has a door, a red door, then it was a store. And we can keep scrolling down. Oh, this one's pretty. $475, that one sold for. And then we can just learn. So if I had a Nixon watch, I would first want to put in the exact make and model of it. And then we could dig deeper. So if you are the one that posted Nixon watches, I think that was David. Let me see who that was. Yes, David. So if you're here, David, go ahead and put in what kind of watch you want me to take a look for, and I'd be happy to research it more. But if I had the opportunity to buy some Nixon watches to sell on eBay, I would definitely get them, for sure. Okay, so of course, if the price isn't, it's under $100. All right, next, let's see, someone said Oriental plates. A set of 2 puffy outfit dolls. Look, not sure what that is. Oh, that was Stella. Stella, I'm going to actually have to see a photo or a thing that looks like a hard cigar. Having a hard time with that one. Let's try Oriental plates. So now I'm going to move over to Worth Point. So this is a little more on the collectible end. So let's try Oriental. Now see, it even gives us suggestions. Here's an Oriental plate with peacocks or just Oriental plates. And we're going to stick with all categories and click search. So this is so much fun. I'll tell you, Worth Point has saved my butt so many times because I'm a consignment seller and I get people that bring me stuff from all over the place. And a lady a couple of years ago brought me some glassware, and I could not for the life of me identify this stuff. And thanks to Worth Point, I was able to sit here and figure out names in just a few minutes on all of this glassware, and it just saved me a ton of time. It was great. No, I do not do drop shipping. I'm not a fan of drop shipping. I just know too many of my friends have lost their eBay accounts because they got involved with drop shipping, so I'm not a fan of it, and I honestly don't recommend it. Now, there are a few exceptions to the rules on drop shipping, which I'd be happy to jump on a call with you and if you have any further questions, but It's challenging to be a drop shipper, big time challenge. My consignment prices are 50-50. So whatever the item sells, the person gets 50%. And then all of the fees come out of my 50%. So they were asking me, how much do I charge for consignment? For those wondering. Okay, this is great stuff. Yeah, keep the questions coming. I don't mind. If you have questions, just pop them in there. We're very informative today, and I don't mind just answering questions as we're going along. Okay, so here we are. Worth point. And the way Worth Point works is, again, they're like Terapeak or eBay, and it always starts off at best match. And when you switch it to, you can price high to low or low to high or sale date. So I always like to start with high to low. Show me the money, honey. Let's see. And so we've put in Oriental plates. Are we still searching that? Yeah, search. All right. Why these are coming up? Oh, there's some kind of plates, different types of plates. That's weird. All right, let me go back. Oh, we're under price guides. Yeah, that's right. Search. I don't always, okay, I just got asked the question if I always charge for shipping. I do not always. I kind of break it up. So some items have free shipping and some items I charge. And it just depends on either if it's a consignment item or not, or how much I paid for the item. So that's kind of, I have a little strategy before I list on making that decision, and also on my research. So if my research is showing that I'm going to make more money on having free shipping, then of course I'm going to figure it into my total so that I can do free shipping. All right, so here we go. Now, Oriental plates, this is a huge, huge category, but this is how this works. Wow, horrible photos that person had. That's why they only got $10. So you can, and that was in 2007. Now, WorthPoint lets us go back for years and years and years, and this is why I love this site, because it's not about current market value so much, but it's also about being able to identify the items. So now, before you jump into all this, when we get off the call, I've got links ready with my referral code, of course, for everybody to take a free trial and or jump in and you can pay for subscription to WorthPoint. But I'm going to go into all of that about prices on WorthPoint and Terapeak in a little bit. So this is how WorthPoint works. So if I'm trying to identify something, let me go back up to the top. They have an area under marks where you can, like now, of course, I've got Oriental plates. And then it's going to show me the different marks for Oriental dinner plate pattern. And then here's Haviland, and that's what it's called, Oriental plates. Now let me go back. There's also a library that I could go through the library, and they have books on file that I could actually click on and look through the books. So I don't have to buy a book. I could actually look through the book on WorthPoint's website. They also have a classified section that actually there's nothing under there. And then they also have news and article sections that will let you read articles on different types of things. As you can see, there's everything from baby furniture to photographs to what the heck, antique scrimshaw on more than just whale teeth. Okay, so there's some really interesting articles there as well. So let's go back to the price guide. All right, so let me look. 2 antique bisque figurines from the early 50s. Must be older than that. Used to be part of lamps. So let's try this. Let's try BISQ, bisque figurine. Whoops, I can't type. All right, bisque figurine, 18th century. Bisque figurine lamp. All right. Now it's funny because when I do these keywords, when I put keywords into WordPoint, so many times I can just sit here and scroll through and find what I have. And it's such a wonderful day when you can identify something that you have. Like say yours is the 2 antique bisque. Say you have this one. 2 antique bisque figurine, man with rabbit, woman with bird, lamp figurines. Now it shows you the breakdown. It's sold on eBay for $102. It was on April 9, 2013. And it also shows you their description. So if you have this, it's great because you can copy their title, paste it in, or it'll help you to break it down and get more information. And then also, they couldn't find any marks on theirs, unfortunately. But it just helps you narrow it down to be able to identify your item. Makes life a lot easier. So as you can see, there's all types. You didn't send me a photo, so I don't know exactly what your items look like, but the founder of WorthPoint is going to be in Ocala on Thursday, and unfortunately our room is filled. So I mean, it's fortunate for all of us that have already booked a seat, but I don't have any more room. But I am going to book them again, so any of you that are here from Ocala. Look at that Kewpie. Kewpie dolls are cool too. So like for example, let's take just the word Kewpie. Doll. And here we go. So now we can start researching what kind of Kewpie dolls to look for. Now Kewpie dolls are really interesting, and some of them sell really well, and as you can see, some of them haven't sold really well. But if we want to take the current market value, now that we can maybe identify, we can go into WorthPoint and identify exactly what we have, then we can go over to Terapeak now, and I can type in, if I had the exact name, it would be better, but I don't have one right now. But I can go over to Terapeak, and then we see the sell-through rate on this word, these two words, Kewpie and doll, are only 20%. So it's not huge. It's not like back in the day, like so many other things. Let's see. But we can see that, wow, look at this one. They were asking $749.95 for an antique German Kewpie Rose O'Neill porcelain child's doll set for $749, and they accepted a best offer of $550. And here's a large one, a 16-inch. They started an auction at $99.99, and they ended up with $1,883. Cha-ching. So out of curiosity, I have to go look at it and see what it looks like so that I will watch for these, and we're going to educate all of us that are here today. And we want to get a bunch of these, right? It's got some markings on it. There's the word Kewpie, trademark, Rose O'Neill, Richard G. Kruger, New York. Nice. They've got the original box. It's got a little bit of mold on it, but hey, it worked out well for that person. They had 25 bids. So we can even click on that. Wow, they had crazy expensive shipping. All right, we'll click on the auction. $99.99 they started the auction at, and then you can see all of the bidders, and they ran a 7-day listing. Good listing. I love this. That's exactly how I recommend in my workshops to list your items. They did a really good job. Okay, so as you can see, I can learn more and more and more about this, the more things that I looked up. So let's see, I sell a lot of sports cards. My sales have been down internationally due to the shipping cost. A few days ago, I shipped from U.S. to Canada. A 2-ounce package was around $1.75. Now the price is around $8. Wow. Any advice? Yeah, that's a lot. It's tough in sports cards, right? I know. Gosh, that's a tough. So personally, I would, now that's from shipping from the U.S. Yeah, from shipping from U.S. to Canada. So personally, I mean, if your business is mostly in the U.S., I would just go with global shipping. And then if they really want your item, they're just going to pay for it, because then you're protected. I just don't take chances like that. But if you want to keep shipping it in the manner that you're shipping it, you're just going to have to raise your price on it. You don't have a choice. Or when you choose international, if you're not using global shipping, you're just going to have to raise your price on international. If you're charging for shipping, there's not much you can do about that. But you can have free USA shipping and then charge, $10 international shipping, or, something like that. That's all I can suggest. That's a big difference. Is that because of the rate that just went up? That's crazy. Okay, if anybody has any other questions, please feel free to post them in. Let's see, what else can we look up? Used baby clothes. Now that's great. Now, brand names on any kind of clothing is actually best when you have brand names. But let's just have you ever sold box lots? So let's do baby clothes. Well, let's not use the word lot. We'll just say lot. Baby clothes lots. Or we could say clothing. All right, let's try this first. Now I'm in Terapeak. 33% sell-through rate. The average price is $20.34. And my computer's running slow. Great. The fun thing, like when you have something in drafts, you can actually go in here and delete it. And I've already sold that. Why is that in draft? Delete. Sorry. I may as well, multitask and do some work. Okay, here we go. Baby clothes lot. The first one, clothes for baby alive, wet and wiggles. Wow, look at that. $863 for baby alive, wet and wiggles. That's too funny. All right, large lot, bitty baby, twin dolls. Now again, we're looking at bid, or red door means they have a store, or buy it now means that they do not have a store, they just listed it as a buy it now. So there's a lot of American Girl, bitty baby doll clothes, stroller, chair, wagon. So it's a box lot of all this stuff. They were asking $229 and they accepted an offer of $200. It's pretty much a sure thing when you have American Girl stuff. American Girl doll, preemie, 46-piece baby girl clothing lot. All right, and they started their, they had a buy it now of $166. So keep this in mind when you have a box lot of things. You can sell them in lots. So let's try tool lot. Or we could put in like mechanics tools, or you could put in whatever kind of tools that you have. This will let you move all of the inventory. Like say, like right now, we're getting ready to switch actually we have a guest house, and our guest house is full of our eBay merchandise. It's like our warehouse. And so we're getting ready to remodel. So we want to get everything out of there and into the garage. So we're putting up new shelving units in the garage. Now, I'm going to go into liquidation mode because I don't want to move all that stuff. So I'm going to start dropping prices, putting stuff on sale, adjusting things, because I want all of that inventory out of here. It's been too long, and those of you who know me know I hate inventory. So I do my best to move products as quickly as I can. And then the stuff that I've sit on for a little while, gosh, this is still taking its time. The stuff that's sitting in there too long, then I start shooting it out to penny auctions, and then I up the shipping price so that I can start liquidating my inventory. All right, here's a large dental tool lot, and it sold for $8,000. They were asking $12,900, and they received $8,000 for it. Wow. That was dental tools. Look at all of these crazy tools. So here's something somebody started for $24, and it's closed at $1,526. A lot of acro mills, plastic tool parts, storage containers. All right. So I don't know what that is. Park tool lot, 150 plus bicycle tools package, 63. Oh my goodness, this is great stuff. Let's see, Soma tool, dovetail cutting tool. Look at all this stuff, all kinds of tools. One more question. Sure. I like using my Apple to list my items. However, there is a turbo lister for Apple. Do you know of any other listers that could be used for Apple? I'm actually not a fan of listing tools, but if I don't understand why people don't just use the regular app for listing, the eBay app. Is that what you mean? Like, are you using the eBay app for your phone? Are you listing from a phone, or are you listing from an iPad, or are you listing from a laptop? So let me know. From my laptop. Perfect. So there is no better way to list, in my opinion, than just good old-fashioned sell your item. So you click on sell one like this, and you start listing. So that's why you research first, and then it takes you right to create your listing. So it'll pull the title in. You can change the category if you need to. What I do is I skip the photos. So I do everything here and I don't use the photos. I'll go through, my title, my description. I'll put everything in, and then I'll save and continue later. And then I'll go to my iPhone, and then I'll pull up the eBay app, and I'll go to drafts, and then I'll pull up the item from my draft folder on my phone, and then all it needs is the photos, and then boom, I take the pictures with my phone. And then when you do it that way, it doesn't use data on your phone. I mean, it doesn't use storage on your phone, because then you can just upload the photos directly from your phone to eBay. So yeah, so you would start your listing from your laptop and then upload the photos from your phone. I hope that makes sense. But if you want to if you prefer using some listing company and paying extra money, then I would recommend, let me think, it's called Ink Frog. Turbo Lister I thought was shut down. I do not store my photos. I do not store my photos. How many photos will eBay let you save for later? Now, I think they just changed that. Actually, Vicki, I think there was a limit at one time, but I had about 25 in my draft folder the other day, and they were still there. So I'm not sure exactly what the limit is on that, but you could, if you are worried about it, the workaround is instead of saving it to draft, go to schedule, and then you can click on schedule your listing, and you can change it to all the way up to, like, I could schedule it for February 12th. What's today? The 22nd of January. So I could schedule as far out as it'll let me go, and then I would just, well, I can't do it because it's not going live. But what it would do is it would schedule it and it would save it. And they don't charge you 10 cents unless you have it go, unless it actually goes live from the scheduler. So if you go in before February 12th and take it off of schedule and click on to start my listing when I submit, then it'll go live and you can list it. So that's another workaround. Okay. Hope that helped. Do you store your photos after? Oh, okay, yeah. Nope, I do not store my photos. So I want them off my phone. I want them out of here. So this is why I do both actually. So sometimes I'll list them. I'll pull up my draft from my phone and then take my pictures from my, from eBay, and then they go right to eBay, and then nothing gets stored on your phone. But if I need to crop them and I need to work on them a little bit more than what eBay has to offer, then I'll take the pictures with my phone, and then of course they're saved on my phone, and then I'll upload them to eBay, and then as soon as they're uploaded to eBay, I delete them from my phone. Okay, scheduling is the way to go. Thanks. Perfect, Vicki. I'm glad that will help. Okay, that's the way I do it with my Apple. However, by using TurboLister on my other computer, I load everything into a database and I can start all my auctions at the same time. Okay, I'm just wondering, okay, so if you need to have all of your auctions go live at the same time, you might want to, you could still list from here, and you could use the schedule tool and start your auctions whatever day and time of the week. I would suggest trying to spread them out at least 15 minutes apart and not have them go all at once. That's just my personal thing. Or you can use this program called InkFrog. I used to use it years ago. I used it when I had some girls working for me that would list items, and I didn't want them to go live. I just wanted them to list them and get the pictures uploaded. So they would create the listings and then upload the pictures into InkFrog, and then everything was saved there. And then I would take a second look at everything, and then I would push the button to make them all go live. And I could list in bulk that way and make them all go live. But at the end of the day, I started getting a lot of returns because these girls were not listing all of the descriptions that needed to be in there. Like, of course, nobody can list like we can list, right? So there was a lot of things missing. I started getting returns, so I thought, no, I'm just doing this myself. So I canceled using InkFrog, but I will say that I loved it when I was using it, so it could be an option for you. I'm not sure what their pricing is looking like. Looks like the basic is $11 a month, and professional is $18, unlimited $29. So you'll just have to explore what would work best for you on that one, because TurboLister I know is going away. eBay owns TurboLister and they were ending it, so I'm not sure what they're going to start using or recommending. All right, so if we have any other questions, thank you so much, you guys. This is awesome. You guys are asking great questions. All right. So as I was saying, you can look things up on in lots. So if you could put in a lot of things, a tool lot, a clothing lot, men's shirt lot. Usually when I sell lots, I try to have them all the same size unless it's a wholesale lot. then of course, you can have miscellaneous sizes. And it just helps you move inventory quickly if you need to and get rid of stuff quickly when you put them all in box lots. So like if I have a bunch of women's clothes and they're all the same size, then I'll just get rid of them all in one shot. And especially when they're not worth one by one, unless they're name brands. Okay, so the sell-through rate on men's shirt lot is 31.04%, so that's pretty good. The average price is kind of low at $24.83 with the average shipping. The average shipping price or starting price for auctions is $16, but there's 9,838 listings in the last 90 days. So, of course, it's taking its time. Here we go. Somebody sent me the question about handmade gifts. Handmade gifts, oh, I guess I need to update my iTunes. No way I could do that right now. Does Terapeak have a talk to text function, or do you need to type in your search description? Yes, you can talk. I mean, of course, if you have your phone, I use the app on my phone, and you can talk into your phone to do your search. I do use that. I have the app on my phone, and I will use it that way. Otherwise, on my if you're using Dragon Speaking, you could probably use it. I don't see why not, because the Dragon program will talk into anything. Have you ever used File Exchange through eBay? They say it's like Turbo Lister. I haven't used it. It actually is not like Turbo Lister, I don't think. I think File Exchange, in my personal opinion, is a little challenging. It's you work on spreadsheets, and then all you do is just go in and see what the File Exchange setup is, and then upload, and then create your, or it might even give you a master template that you could download, and then you should be able to upload it that way. Now, I usually recommend File Exchange for companies that have a lot of inventory that they need to get uploaded quickly. But I personally haven't used it, but I have recommended it for businesses here and there that need to upload a lot of inventory at once. All right, so here we go. Here's lot of 14 Thomas Dean men's XXL tall TG long sleeve shirt flip contrast cuffs. So they were asking 300 and they accepted an offer of 225. And lot of 9 men's Ralph Lauren polo shirts sold for $209. And let's scroll down. Here's an auction. Men's Reebok Nano, so they got like a bundle. So bundle is another word you can use. It's in addition to a lot, or you can bundle. I know they use bundles a lot in the electronics category. Let's see, here's an auction. These are new shirts, 5 shirts. They started the auction at $100 and they closed at $142.50. Not too bad. So this will give you an idea how, here's a wholesale lot of new with tag Hollister. So they asked $130 for 10 of them, and they did get it. So they actually sold a couple of them. So it's a good way to move inventory. It's also eBay. Let's see if they went into the same category. eBay has a wholesale. No, they didn't. They put it under clothing, men's clothing, and t-shirts. eBay actually has a wholesale category, and I would add mine to that category. So like say if you do, let's see, where is that? Here we go, shop by category. So let's go to men's fashion. Here we go, top brands, Victoria's Secrets, Wedding Boutique. Where is it? Need more? No. Huh. Gosh, I can't see it. See all categories. All right, let's go down to clothing, collectibles. Gosh, maybe they got rid of it and I didn't know it. Health and beauty. Huh. Let's go to C for clothing. Huh. With their clothing, shoes, and accessories. Oh, and it brings us back here. All right, let's go to kids and babies. All right, let me see if they just created a flat out wholesale category then. That's weird. Oh, they still got weird stuff. They used to have a wholesale category under all of the areas, and I can't believe I can't find it now. See, this is the thing. People's, it's like you learn something about eBay and then next week it changes, and it's part of life. I'm constantly learning new things on eBay, and like I just learned, excuse me, about this. So you just have to, let's see. Oh, look at it, even shows my recent searches. You just have to keep experimenting and looking for different areas until, let's just try it out. Let's do wholesale. Wholesale lot resale. Oh, there's wholesale pallets. That's under home and garden. Look at, you can go bid on a pallet. Wouldn't that be fun? Get a mystery box of stuff. Wholesale lot of knives. Now we're finding it. Wait, I just saw wholesale clothing. All right. All clothing. I knew I wasn't going crazy. Women's clothing, other women's clothing, wholesale lots. Here we go. There's a whole lot of pants. And then what I like to do is when I'm looking for stuff like this, I'll switch it over to the left and I'll click on USA only so that I can get them a little bit quicker, and the sizes are a little bit more true. Here's 14 pairs of women's jeans. Wow, $49.95. So if you ever are product sourcing and you need to get some more inventory. Thank you, Vicki. Vicki said under the eBay sitemap, it shows the wholesale lots under the category. Perfect. Thank you. God, it was driving me crazy. Okay, so there are a lot of options if you're needing inventory. This way you can search the wholesale area and you'll never know what you'll find. It's a good way if you can't get out and about to find products. It's another avenue to research or to find inventory. So, okay, gosh, we even had more people join us. So don't worry, this is being recorded and I will post the recording for everybody to view. Let's see how we're doing on time. We're doing good. Okay, I got time to look up another things. Lapel pins from the 1984 Olympics. That's an interesting one. Let's go look. So let's start with, where shall we start? Let's start with Terapeak. And we'll call it Olympic. No, wait, let's do Olympics. Oops. SARAJEVO 1984 pin. Oops. I can hear my husband talking. Search. All right, so while that's taking forever, oh, good, it didn't. All right, so the sell-through rate is the first thing I look at, and it's only 6%. So that's not real exciting. But we've got box lots at the top, and then we've got, let's see, a 1984 Team Pin Winter Olympics bobsled. So this is the bobsled one. So it went for $13.99, and Olympic pin $6. And see, now we're getting into it ends right here. So that means that these did not sell. So everything below that did not sell. So these were their asking prices, and they didn't have much luck. So they were asking, these were too high, $29.99, buy it nows. And you can tell that they've relisted it and relisted it. You can tell that this is the same thing that's been listed over and over again. So they kept trying, but it just didn't work out. That's the time I would throw that in the Goodwill box. But now I don't know exactly which pin you have. So that could make a big difference too. So just for fun, let's go over to Worth Point and see if we can put it in here. We've got a really bad storm coming in. I'm so glad I'm getting this over before it hits, because I just heard thunder. And we might lose our electricity. Okay, so here we go. Now on Worth Point, I can get a little bit better and a closer look at these pins, and then you can see about when they sold. So this was in 2014, and they called it the participation pin. So this can help you identify and give yourself exact names. This is why I love Worth Point. It helps you go back further than Terapeak lets you go back, and it lets you dig deeper to see more information. Oh, you're in Melbourne, Florida, and it's black outside. Oh my goodness. Well, it must be coming our way, because I had to drive my friend to the airport at, I think we left, it was 6 a.m. And so we left extra early to Orlando Airport so that we could get back before the storm hit. And the skies were not looking good, but luckily she was able to fly out before it hit. So everyone in Florida, and gosh, if anybody's from Mississippi or Alabama, I hope you're all safe and nobody had any family injuries or homes lost. Yeah, see, $10, $12.50. Yeah, they're not like they used to be. It's like, okay, let's take a look now that we're thinking about pins. Let's look at a Disney pin. Just for fun. And let's switch it. Oh, I love Disney. Let's switch it to highest price. Wow, only 50 made Walt Disney printing jacket. $18,000. Hoo-hoo. Cha-ching. Cars Land letter frame limited edition 100 pin. Sold for $10,000. Wow. Disney prop bench from New Orleans. I love this stuff. You never know what you're going to find out. So we switch it to highest first, so we're able to see all of the types of things that sold for the most money. Here's the Rapunzel, Ariel, the Princess Designer Collection, sold for $3,200 on eBay. Oh, look at this. Pirate Skeleton, Pirates of the Caribbean from Disneyland, sold for $3,000. This is hilarious. You just never know. Here's a vintage enamel Pinocchio, 2000. Wow. Elsa and Anna limited edition Disney Store Frozen, 2000. Wow. So then when you find something you want to look at and say you have that item, then you can pull it up and you can say, oh my gosh. And on Terapeak, you can't just go list it from eBay. So, but what you can do is copy and reuse a lot of the words. Of course, some of them won't work, but some of them you can copy and paste into your listing and get a great idea and a great jump start to getting stuff listed on eBay. So, okay, that's about all of the items that I have time to, let's see. Oh, somebody, let me see who's all on our call so I can answer your questions. Somebody was asking about milk glass, and now I can't find it. But I'll just go ahead and put it in. And milk glass in value really has gone down. In fact, I have some items to return to a client. Let's put in milk glass, salt, pepper. And of course, we know those are shakers, but I'm just going to put, so this is the thing when you do your research. You don't have to put in all of the words. You only need a few words. Now, 17% sell-through rate. That's very low. And then the average price is $18.66. Now, if I had a pair of salt and pepper shakers and I didn't know what they were, so let's say white glass, salt, pepper, and say I didn't know what milk glass was. So I just put that in, and wait, I'm going to use the best match. And now I can start to identify, and there they are. There's the ones that I have, and it's like, oh my gosh, they're called hobnail. I didn't know that word. Of course, I do know that word, but you get what I mean. It's like, oh, now I just learned a word that I didn't know, and so now I can go back and I can go to redo my search, and now I can add the word hobnail that I just learned about. Okay, we've got more questions coming in. What do you consider a good sell-through rate? Well, the best sell-through rate is 40% and above. When they have low sell-through rate, what that generally means is it's going to sit longer, and the odds are that it's going to take a lot longer to sell. So it could still sell, but it's going to take longer to sell. Okay, so here we go. So we've got the hobnail, there's $24.88, and they also had the creamer and the sugar bowl and the salt and pepper. So as you can see, the price value on this kind of stuff, well, here's pink. This one's a little bit rarer looking. Martha by mail, shell pink. That one sold for $50. And then here's Fenton. That condiment set sold for $74.95. And excuse me, and then the price just goes down. So these are not like something I would take on consignment because it's not worth my time and energy for us both to make maybe $8. So I wouldn't take those on consignment. So I actually am sending them back to return to her. Okay, let me see. I have another question come in. Okay, all previous questions was asked by my husband. Now I have my own. I do handmade gifts. I have my own site also. Would be glad to hear your advice about this kind of product on eBay. A handmade gift. You can take one of my gifts, for example, if you have time. I would like to know how you list it. Thank you in advance. I'm in Jacksonville, and it's raining here. It is. Oh my goodness. All right, Elena, let's take a look. So she has a website, and she's going to get a great plug on this webinar, and it's good. So let's go look. So it's called elenasgifts.com. And let's go see what she's got. Ooh, pretty. All right, let's see. Get ready for Valentine's Day. You're right on. How to find an unforgettable gift without a major headache. Oh, wow. Baby gifts, gifts for him, gifts for her, holidays, get well, professional. Wow, my goodness. You got all kinds of stuff here. All right, handmade. All right, let's take a look at this one. First click. Baby girl diaper gift for baby shower, beautiful and elegant. Okay. Oh, I've heard of these. I've never seen one. They're so cute. Okay, so let's see. Baby girl. Let's take diaper gift. Oh, how would you look this up? Diaper. What is that called exactly? Is that a cake? A diaper cake. Okay, let's try that. Let's go to diaper baby cake. But I don't want to put the word gift in because I'm not sure that's going to be a major keyword. So let's try just doing it this way. Now this wouldn't be something that we would need to look on WorthPoint because again, WorthPoint is more about, let's see, diaper baby cake. There's one. Ooh, and they have the word, look at that, baby shower, gift, pink, baby, giraffe, diaper, cake, wind up, and play music. $65.95. Motorcycle and tricycle, diaper, baby cake. So now we can see, let's go back and look at now the sell-through rate, 9.27. So that means, of course, you have to take into consideration with how many listings there are, but that also means that that's how many listings were with the title diaper baby cake. So we had 3,669. So the average price is $70.22. But I wouldn't get discouraged if I saw this. I would be happy at, of course, the $65.95. What were you asking over here? Oh, you're asking 80. So yeah, so you would want a bit more. But personally, what I would recommend if this were me and I had this kind of a setup and I'm all about branding myself, I would get an eBay store going with my logo so that I can cross promote, and I would try to match my store to my brand and my colors, and then just start listing. That's it, and put them out there. And then if you have to put them on sale, oh my God, I love them chocolates. Put them on sale. This is so cute. Handmade candy doll gifts made with Ferrero chocolates. Oh my gosh. Let's just look. So I'll copy the chocolates and let's go to Terapeak and let's just put in gift. No, let's take out the word doll. So that's got a 52% sell-through rate, and that's for the chocolates themselves. Now I'm dying for some. I'm going to have to go to the store. And all right, gift baskets. So these gift baskets, $29.99. So they are selling. They are selling. So it looks like yours are going to be unique. So what I would do is I would go in here and I would say, okay, this one went for the most amount of money. I would click on it. Oh, that's because they had quantity. Hold on. Oh, well, let's go look. And I would pay attention to what category they put it in. So it's home and garden, food and beverage under chocolate. So I would list mine under the category of chocolate, and I would list it under the category of, I would use two categories for something like that. I would go under gifts or dolls, something like that, that would match my item, but I would put it under two categories. So a lot of these things that you have would definitely qualify for two categories, and it'll cost you an additional listing fee, but in my opinion, it would be worth increasing the odds a little bit. Oh, that is adorable. It would increase the odds a little bit for your, and something like this, I would put under wedding favors as well, for the colors of weddings. You really have beautiful things. Thank you so much for sharing them with us. I really, if you need some more personalized help and you need some consulting, I'd be glad to assist you as much as I could, but you've got exciting stuff going on there. Oh, you got a blog too. Good girl. Oh, there you are. Have we met? I think I've seen that face. Looks familiar. Oh, belly dance by men. Okay, let's go watch. Okay. All right, now everybody's going to have to go check out your website, willinasgifts.com, and read your blog and go look at the belly dance by men. All right, guys, so our entertainment is over on that. So handmade gifts can be challenging. Oh, I love that gator cake. That is cool. All right. Thank you so much. Let me go back. You're very welcome. And we got through the Doc Martens. We got through that. Now, the subscription costs. So I wanted to touch base. You can also, they have a lot more things to look at on Terapeak that I didn't go into because I was just about research, but there's the Professional, the SEO Pro, and there's the My Sales Pro, and then My Sales Pro Amazon. And they have all types of things that you can use. I just have the Professional, and you can please use my link if you want to take a trial. You're very welcome, Alina. You can take a trial using my link so that I can get credit, please. And then the other one is on WorthPoint. And then WorthPoint has 3. Now again, WorthPoint is not needed if you're not using antiques and collectibles or art. But if you are, then of course it's the one to use, or glassware, things like that, because they have the Value It, the work for $19.99, or else it's the $22.99 or the $39.99. And so they have those types of different prices. I subscribe to both Terapeak and to WorthPoint because I need them both. They're definitely needed, especially if you're a consignment seller or if you're selling what I call myself a treasure hunt seller. I sell everything under the sun, so I need them both. And I think we went through all of our questions already. So thank you so much. I also wanted to point out on my website that, let's see, where was it? Oh, I sure enjoyed this, by the way. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I hope you'll join me on another webinar very soon. To see what I have going on, just visit my events page at Power Selling Mom. You can find it at the drop-down box under Products and Services. And then you can, if you need any, or at my events page, you can find my other webinars and my local events, local workshops. And also, if you need any further assistance, just click on the Contact tab and insert your information along with your questions, or you can book an appointment direct from this page, or you can call me or text me at my phone number provided. Either way, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you need help researching an item, go ahead and fill out the info, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And thanks again. Thanks so much. I hope to see you all on a future webinar, and best of luck with all of your marketing or all of your research. And next month's webinar, I'm going to try to do these once a month. Next month's webinar is on shipping. So I'll talk about shipping. So if there's any topic that you'd like specifically, please shoot me a message as well if there's a topic that you'd like covered, and I'll do my best. Or if we just want to do a Q&A, I'd be happy to do that as well. So I really love what I do, as you can tell. So I hope to talk to you all soon. And stay safe and stay dry. Bye, everybody.